Shalom, shalom, shalom. This brother Kwam Walla coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit. All right, y'all bashing me out shot. Before I get into this lesson, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the elder apostle and elder bishops, the great millstone, who teach and rule well. Kazak Shalom, to the hopeful elect. All right, as you see the title right here, it says semi-annual report. All right, which I guess is an annual report that gives the status on how Cleveland is doing, I guess, as far as how the city is. All right, but it said it confirms. All right, it confirms that Cleveland police is dangerously understaffed. All right, so that means what? Is not as many patrolmen, watching over the city. All right, meaning what? Anything can basically happen, and it could not possibly, get reported. All right, because these are the times we about to come in. All right, where it's about to be all lawlessness. All right, the power of the people might shall stand in their hand. All right, people gonna be able to do what they want. All right, they say they're dangerously understaffed. All right. And it made me think of how the new law changed in Chicago. All right, those are crimes that people gonna get charged, not get charged with, that get reported. All right, so picture when there's no police on the street, no one's gonna hold anybody accountable. All right, but the angels, because they record everything. All right, but I'm about to read on. It says, a scathing new report from the federal team monitoring the city found Cleveland police are still struggling to hold officers accountable and meets and standards spelled out in the consent decree. All right, they said they're struggling. Don't nobody want to be a cop no more. All right, even these younger Edomites don't even want to be cops all like that no more. And I was reading in the report. In the report, I'm going to keep reading. It says the team concerns mirror our reporting here at News 5, which revealed the department is dangerously understaffed. All right. 7 years after monitoring started, the 144 page, which that's spiritual right there. See, 144. It says semi-annual report says Cleveland police are still struggling. All right. So this has been going on for a while now. All right. No wonder why, you got calls, people calling in, and people, is taking cops down there to a whole nother shift change because they ain't even got cops probably in that area. I know I remember somebody, broke in my house, and it took them, what, I'm going to say damn near 4 hours to get there, just to make the report. All right. But that's neither here nor there. But that's just saying that was probably around within them 7 years. All right. But it says, thanks to the low salary and moral, all right, so cops ain't even getting paid to what they want. All right. It says the department is losing more officers than it's hiring. All right. So there's just been a decline of officers, coming into the workforce. All right. It says the semi-annual report found there are significant and critical areas where Cleveland police remain in non-compliance with the 2015 consent decree, including accountability, community relations, and staffing. It says, we told you 404 officers left during the pandemic. All right, that's 404 officers going from the workforce to help patrol this city, man. All right. Now, how much more has just been a decline? All right. So now you really don't even know who all out here. All right, to suppose help uphold the law. Esau do got some laws where it is efficient and it help. But, this is all really what I'm about to get into is the Spirit of the Lord is changing things up, man. All right. But even reading more down, you know, let me see. The cops that they done turned into like hiring, is cops that supposedly could have been convicted of certain things but wasn't held accounted for. Cops that had reports made on them that didn't go as far as it should. So the people they hiring, just because the lack of people trying to get hired in, newer cops, all right, coming from the police academy, they hiring cops that probably got suspended or got their badge taken away and then gave back or had to relocate for a certain thing that they did. So they hiring crooked cops, man. All right, that's about to be patrolling. All right, that's going what they say or turn their head when certain things go down. All right. So shit just ultimately, fucked up. But I got a couple precepts here. So like I said, the Lord is, switching things up in His favor, so we can get to this end. So these said prophecies can get to each point, each pearl. All right, said pearls. This is 2 Ezra 6:18, and it said, "Behold, the day is come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth." All right, and how is He visiting us? All right, via the angels working on the people's minds. All right, to start these actions, to start these prophecies. All right, because Proverbs 16:1 it talk about the preparations of the heart and man and the speech of the tongue is from the Lord. All right, so the Lord is putting the spirit on these cops to not want to work. All right, so it could be a decline, so it can push the prophecy of martial law. All right, to come upon Babylon. All right, to divide up the 10 cities into the FEMA camps and all that, But the 2 Ezra 4:37 says, "By measure have you measured the times, and by number have you numbered the times, and He doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled." And how everything get moved and stirred is, like I said, the angels work on the higher up's mind at a part of time that the Lord wants something to happen. He put the game plan on their mind so they can fulfill His will, all right, to fulfill the prophecy, all right. And what's going on now, we about to come into the sedition among men, all right. But this is Ecclesiastes 8:11, all right, because it says, "Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily," all right. And with lack of patrol, like I said, when you heard about the things that's happening in Chicago, how they calling it basically like a purge, but if it ain't gonna be law enforcement to enforce these laws, who gonna what it say? Give a sentence against the work, basically. Who gonna report the crimes? All right, who's gonna lay hold the judgment? All right, on this earth. All right, well, I mean, when I say that, I'm talking about, like, who going to put you in prison? Who going to be like, all right, I'm about to give him 2 years, all right? Because if the crime ain't never reported, how can anybody be charged? And if it ain't no police to give out the reports or go to the reports, did it even happen? That's he say, she say after that, all right? It says, "Because a sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily," all right? Because now people about to be out here doing whatever, all right? And ain't nobody going to get, caught up or hemmed up for it, because it might not even be cops, running around. But like I said, that's all, fulfilling prophecy, because martial law, got to happen. That's when they're going to send in the UN, all right, people that's not even familiar with this country or these cities, that's going to be able to just shoot your ass and have no remorse in it, all right? Or, because, you got National Guard, but they ain't about to, because National Guard, they family here, all right? They're going to have cold-hearted, cold-minded people to grab people up. Most of them going to be Edomites anyway, even probably Edomites from here. But when I say that, I'm talking about the Jakes, all right? But they already got it set up with, like, these, I think that's what, Rex 88, if I'm not mistaken, how they going to you know, might come. People. That's why they're trying to get rid of the guns, so it can't be no revolt. All right, they're going people that's military or people that just has guns or law enforcement, and that's Jake descent. They're gonna come for that. All right, because it's like I said, it's gonna be a sedition among men. All right, all that scriptures talk about how the kings, the princes shall not regard the people. Let me see if I can grab it. Second Ezra 15 and 14. Oh yeah, I got that. I believe. Let me go to it. Second Ezra's. Yeah, Second Ezra's 15. And I started 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." All right, woe mean destruction. All right, and ultimately to the third part of man and the wicked are our people. All right, because they're gonna have to face everything that the Lord was talking about. Especially in talking about Revelation 6, the 6th chapter, and Jeremiah the 15th chapter. All right, starting at the top, but it says, "For the sword and in their destruction draweth nigh." All right, and the Lord is about to use men physically to get people up out of here, but ultimately going to use, the missiles. All right, that's the sword. Men can be swords, called as labeled as a sword too. All right, it says, "And people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And the modern day sword is a gun. All right, and like I said, people got all that. All right, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand." All right, and that's what's gonna happen because it ain't nobody. It's not gonna be nobody for a certain amount of time to enforce the law. So people are gonna have the power in their own hand to do what they want. All right. But like I said, this is all a part of the New World Order, ultimately a part of the Lord's plan. All right. But this is going back to Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the Son of Man is full set in them to do evil. All right, and that's what's gonna happen because when there's no police, people gonna do what? Whatever the hell they want, and people already the mind is wicked above all things. All right, the scriptures say. So when that's going on, people gonna be like, "Oh shit, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to," all types of shit, man. I mean, you could just already just meditate and think of what a person can do when there's nobody to enforce the law. All right, especially if they got a upper hand on a weaker individual. All right, but I just read that. I'm gonna go to 2 Ezra 15:27. "For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them." All right, for Yahweh shall not deliver you. All right, the wicked of our people is not gonna get delivered. All right, and these plagues getting sent forth, just this famine, the sword, Esau coming down on you. All right, you're not gonna be delivered from that. All right, but like I said, this is all of the Lord. All right, these plagues are from the Lord. Oh, since I read verse 15 and 17, in 2 Ezra, I'm gonna go to verse 18. I should have read that. It says, "For because of the pride of the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." All right, because what's about to happen? All right, people are about to start wreaking havoc, and that's gonna give Esau the okay to come down and run through all these cities with their goddamn guns, they what you call them, their drones, tanks, Just remember how it happened in the 80s. They was running into houses with them damn mini tanks, man. All right, but it's about to be worse than that. The Lord says, like a time never seen before. All right. Scriptures talk about how, You already know Iman says they don't regard, is they're not going to regard the young or the old. They'll roll over a goddamn kid with their tank, man. But that's the sword of the Lord. All right. Second Ezra 9:1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure the time diligently within itself. All right. And like I said, we are in the times, the beginning of the sorrows that the Lord was talking about. The love of many shall wax cold. All right. We hitting that stage. We in that stage of prophecy. All right. It says, that is the very same time. It's like it measures the time diligently within itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, or when you see it to come, it says, which I have told thee before, it says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, the Spirit of the Lord is on this place. All right, he's sending out perverse spirits. All right, he's sending out evil angels. Psalms 78 and 49. All right, to get everything going. All right, we already read Proverbs 16 and 1. All right, but verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all right, and like I said, ain't nothing that's gonna cause a major uproar when there ain't nobody to uphold the law. All right, people, like I said, people gonna do whatever they want. All right, that's what's gonna cause a man to not be able to go into another city. All right, all hell is gonna break loose. Matter of fact, this is already going down in Russia. All right, but there's videos being seen on the internet where people is fleeing. All right, getting one-way tickets out that bitch. All right, but like I said, all this is soon to come to America. All right, the Lord is lining everything up right now. All right, from these police officers that's leaving their jobs and you got men that's not want to be cops. All right, it's all the will of the Lord. All right, to start, these prophecies start rolling. All right, because how else would sedition among men happen? All right, it says, the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before, even from the beginning. All right, because he declared the end from the beginning. It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, and a part of these prophecies coming to pass is the end being manifested. All right, the elders always talk about we at the end of this thing. All right, it's just a couple more of these prophecies got to play out, which is playing out now. All right, but amen. Lord willing, this was edifying to the Lord's elect. Until next time, birthday Yahweh, birthday Yahushua, birthday Yahweh, birthday Yahushua, birthday Yahweh, birthday Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaHaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone, teacher Ruel, Kazak Shalom, to the hopeful elect, keep enduring. Shalom.